Hey guys, welcome to the Beginner's Mind Podcast, where everyone is a beginner. My name is Marcus Kongman, and today we have from the red corner, professional record of 4-2, coming from Death Tech Vagabond MMA. We have none other than Mark, the Honey Badger Cuizon.
Good to be here. Good to be here. What's up, bro?
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on your podcast.
Thank you so much for.
What number episode is this?
This is number 4. Episode
Incredible.
number 4. So
Incredible.
thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you for having me, man. Now that you're on episode 4, let's get your podcast canceled, bro.
No, please, bro. I
Get
can't.
your podcast canceled, bro. That's the hottest thing right now. If you're not getting canceled, what are you doing with your life? That's so important.
That's true. But I'm just trying to keep it on a down low and let the
Try. Keyword is try.
Yeah. So Mark is currently a professional MMA fighter. Again, I said record of 4-2. He's been all over. He's been to Singapore to compete, here in the Philippines, locally also. So yeah, he has a ton of experience in the martial arts scene, right? So how long have you been competing or how long have you? When did you start competing in the martial arts?
Started competing 2012. So if you do the math,
So
a long time, bro. So yeah, I've had my ups and downs. I've had, my moments. I had some really bad ones. I had some shitty ones.
Yeah,
But the most important thing is we're here,
it's true.
trying to do our thing. We're trying to get to where we're trying to be at, and it's a blessing.
Yeah, it's a given. It's a part of the being a martial artist or being a professional martial arts athlete. You have your losses, you have your victories. So it's really ups and downs. But as long as you keep going, and that's what Mark is here to talk about. The martial arts journey. What you beginners can learn from Mark. Starting out in whatever martial arts you're doing, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, whatever it is.
Any endeavor, really.
Any
in life.
endeavor.
It really, like, martial arts, even in the competitive space, it's really it's really a reflection of life, bro. Because whatever you're trying to do, you're gonna get through ups and downs. Even though you think like everything's going fine, then life suddenly throws a curveball at you, and you gotta roll with the punches in boxing terms. You gotta roll with the punches, or not. You're gonna get caught, and you're gonna be sat down, and it's gonna
humble you.
It's gonna humble you, and the humbling part is really good.
Yeah,
it's really good. But sometimes you just gotta navigate through life, or else you'll be stuck.
You're gonna be stuck. See, Mark is a professional fighter, plus he's got 2 other jobs, and he's got other responsibilities. So, when people think, as a fighter, they think, these guys are earning. But actually, if you look at some UFC fighters, right, they're also having other jobs.
Right.
Like, I believe GSP, George St. Pierre, was
He had
competing
3 jobs.
3 jobs. Garbage.
A garbage man, and some other menial jobs, so he could just support his dream. And this is what I'm like the MILF, and over in Mindanao, I'm doing other stuff to fund the main channel, yeah.
So it's not easy. So it just really shows how hardworking Mark is. So he goes through all these other stuff. So it's really good to see that, and I'm really happy for you that you're still able to.
I appreciate that, dog.
Still able to compete, at the highest level despite all these other.
I wish
factors.
I was like Floyd Mayweather, that I didn't have to worry about bills. I would have people just follow me around, like, hey, do this for me, hey, do that.
Yeah.
Where's my PT? Give me a head massage. I'm tired.
Get every
day, and the only thing you have to worry about is going to the gym and
train, fight.
That's it.
Kick people's asses.
I know. Promote the fight, and be fly.
Yeah, it's the dream, bro. But
we're getting there.
That's true.
One step at a time, sooner or later.
One step at a time, guys.
Hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah. So let's go back to the past, and let's talk about your journey as a professional martial artist. So maybe you can talk about how you started as a practitioner, or what was
Yeah.
your motivation into starting your martial arts, and what type of martial arts were you doing back then?
Um, so I have to go way back.
Yeah, let's go
I
way
was
back.
I was 13. Even before that, I scratched that, like, even go way back. I was bullied from the first grade, and I was bullied hard, bro. Like I didn't even know what amount was, and I was mounted, and some dude was just like
Yeah.
punched me in the face. I didn't know what I did wrong. I didn't talk to no one. I didn't, I was a chubby nerd. I
We're
was
still
a
nerds.
fat kid. But bro, I I got bullied a lot, and then the time where I just started to like stand up to my bullies was in the 5th grade. So imagine that, first grade up until 5th grade. It was just torment.
Yeah.
So, and I got to I enrolled in Taekwondo when I was 13, and I was doing pretty good. And for a fat kid, bro, I was doing like jumping 360 kicks,
Yeah.
720s, bullet kicks, all that. And I was pretty amazed at myself, actually. But then I started dating, and I wouldn't show up to practice no more. So 13 to 15, I was doing Taekwondo. Started dating, started seeing girls, chasing girls. I started drinking,
And then
and then that derailed my whole like martial arts thing until I found myself at a point where I'm like, oh no, my health is declining, and I can't keep this up. And I'm only 18, or I'm only 17 at this
Yeah.
point. So I started doing Muay Thai, and I thought I was the man, dude. So like, yeah, Taekwondo, yeah, I'm too fast for these dudes.
Taekwondo. But when you were doing the Taekwondo, were you competing or just for regular
Nah.
self-defense?
Self-defense, but I got really into the techniques and
Mhm.
improving the techniques. It's just not being able to do the technique, but be able to do it and do it better than
Everyone.
everyone.
Yeah.
I didn't do it better than everyone, but I was trying to, and I got to a good place. But I was only white belt, bro. I didn't even get to my yellow belt and stuff like that. But yeah, bro. Then I took up like Muay Thai,
Muay Thai.
and then it's just the culture of like a sport like Muay Thai. It's kind of like very similar to boxing, where it's no one's in, like, you're not in formation, you're not bowing at the same time. It's pretty much very chill. Like, you're holding hand reps. Some dude comes in like whatever time and like, yeah, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
And then they put in work. And dude, that opened my eyes. Like, oh my God.
How old were you when you did the Muay Thai?
I was 17.
17, and then
And then I had a harsh dose of reality, bro. I thought I was the shit because, I'm a fast kicker,
Yeah.
switching stances. I'm a switch hitter. And then like I would get punched in the face. I didn't know what to do.
It's
I didn't know what to do. Very
it's a-
kick heavy.
What's the quote of Mike Tyson? Everyone has a plan
until you get punched in the face.
punched in
Yeah,
the face.
for real.
So martial arts is really a brutal sport, and it's also a really humbling sport. So
Very.
now that you've done Muay Thai, what was it like? What was your realization when you were like, oh shit, like I got a lot to work on? Like, what was your thought process?
Just sparring and getting hit in the face by some Korean dude, bro. And it was funny because he was the Muay Thai guy,
Yeah.
this Korean kid, and I was the Taekwondo kid, the Filipino.
Yeah.
And
So
he
it's supposed to be
yeah. And we sparred, right, and he hit me in the face a couple of times. Bro, I was so mad that I got hit in the face.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. So yeah, I just put all the ego aside and started learning all the aspects. And bro, I did this for because I was a fat kid, bro. I was trying to get fit, I was trying to lose weight, trying to gain confidence.
Yeah.
And then I just got so obsessed, bro. And I was like, oh my God, like,
'Cause it
I
really-
should compete.
I noticed because it's really like you feel addicted to it. Like,
Of course.
damn, like I gotta work on my kick. I gotta work
Right.
on my all your
Right.
other techniques, like all the minute details. It's like
Yeah, even the head movement, even your
head.
stance. You got
Yeah.
if you're someone who's very obsessive, like even the stance, even the way you like shift your weight.
Yeah.
You know, it's so much to improve on, and like I don't even think a lifetime is enough.
It's really endless.
It's endless.
Endless learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for those of you who don't know what Muay Thai is, of course, Muay Thai is a martial arts coming from Thailand, right?
Yeah.
The art of 8 limbs. So you're basically using 8 limbs: your punches, your elbows, your knees, and your kicks. So it's from Muay Thai, and it's fairly popular now, right? All over the world.
Right.
Fairly popular. So now that you're doing Muay Thai, what was it? When was the turning point where you were like, okay, I'm gonna compete? Like, I'm gonna compete Muay Thai.
Going back, it pretty much goes back to my story when I first saw my first
Sparring.
no my first MMA event live,
Oh, so
the
you
RCC
weren't,
in
you weren't,
Cebu.
okay.
I wasn't competing then. I was just a
Okay.
practitioner. I was there to support some teammates who were competing, and that's when I was like, "Yo,
I have to.
Yeah, this I think this is for me."
Light bulb moment.
I,
Light bulb moment.
pretty much, bro.
So now that you're like, okay, let's compete. How long did it take for you to like find a match for you, or if you can
I had to
remember?
switch gyms before I had my first fight. I switched gyms, and probably like 4 months into it, I had my first like amateur
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai fight.
Muay Thai.
Yeah, and bro, I sucked so bad that all I did is jab straight hook, jab straight hook. Is all I did. That whole fight, I got kicked from all angles.
But this was
Okay.
amateur, right? Of
That's
course,
amateur, yeah.
Is this
All-
like an inter gym, or you're against another gym? Or
No, it's an inter gym. This was an actual
fight card?
yeah but amateur. No, wait. There are some pro fights, but way up in the bill.
Yeah.
The lower part of the bill, they were all like amateurs.
Okay.
And bro, I had the craziest adrenaline dump
It's crazy.
because my old coach made me drink like Sting, and I'm not a big energy drink guy. I'm a coffee guy. And I just like after the fight, I was like, "I'm so sorry, coach. I'm so sorry." He's like, "What? No, you won." And then they raised my hand. I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I just barfed like Sting outside the ring. I was like, "Oh!" I was like, "I'm never drinking that stuff ever again."
But after your first match, what was your like? What did you feel? You were like, oh shit! Like, I have to do another one, or
Yeah.
what was it like? What are you thinking?
I mean, dude, even before I went up the steps to the ring, I was laughed at by the people like around me and my corner because my legs were shaking. My legs were shaking up the stairs. I was like, and the people around me were laughing, bro. Like no joke. And then fortunately for me, I won that match, even though I just had like a jab straight hook. That's
Yeah.
all I had. The 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That's all I had. But yeah, bro. After that, I was hungry, bro. I was
Yeah.
like, I gotta get that again. I gotta get that again. And then, worked my way up to the national games in Muay Thai, and I fought Ryle.
Yeah. Riles our
Our
teammates
teammate.
also.
He's a
And-
teammate now, and I'm sorry, bro. I'm still salty about that gold medal. I fought him in the finals for gold, and he had a quick like KO in his semifinals.
Yeah.
My semifinals, bro. I had a war, bro.
War.
I had a war. I was fouled so many times. I slipped, right, and I fell on the corner, and this dude just kneed me in the face. I'm sitting down on the corner. Couple of low blows. It's whatever. Charge the experience, bro. And here's the thing about my losses, I'm still salty about all my losses, bro. But upon looking back, I see all of my losses as blessings,
Yeah.
because I would have never improved if I hadn't gone through those losses. I had to pick myself up and go back to the drawing board and see what I did wrong, what I could have done better. And it's brought me to where I'm at right now, where I feel like I'm really confident. But even if I might lose in the future, I'm gonna still treat it, uh, as a blessing. This is an opportunity for something, it's opportunity for improvement. It's opportunity to I might need some revamping on some stuff.
Yeah.
I might need the lifestyle change.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, that's it, bro.
So when you were doing Muay Thai, after you've competed in several competitions, when did you start to shift to MMA or mixed martial arts?
Mm. After the national games in 2015, I qualified for the championships in 2016 and fought the dude for gold, who's national team. And bro, he's just waiting there
Yeah.
in the finals, and you had to go through brackets, son.
Yeah.
And when I met that dude, bro, he was so big. And when he got me in that Muay Thai clinch, bro, I couldn't get out. I have had all the techniques, right? With Juliet consultate, and I was like doing it on him, and it
No,
doesn't
not
work.
working.
Didn't work.
So it's another level.
It's another level. Because these dudes, they're like soldiers in there. Like the national team, they live there.
Oh.
They have to go through the program, even if you're sick, you're injured,
Live, breathe,
yeah,
combat.
yeah. You spend your whole day. You're pretty much a soldier. You're training 8 hours a day.
Fuck. Can't.
But if that's what you want, and you really want it, and you have nothing else, I mean, that's the perfect thing for you, But me, I had other things in mind, so I wanted to go the professional route because I could be a little bad boy, a little bit,
All the ladies out there, watch out.
I have only room in my heart for one lady.
So now you did the Muay Thai. After that, when was it like, okay, I'm gonna do MMA now? Because I believe, MMA has such a unique background. Before, everyone thought it was violent and people were
They
sort
thought it
of
was
looking
human
down.
cockfighting. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was sort of looking down onto MMA, saying it was too violent for everyone. And now it's like, if you look at the modern age of MMA, it's like, wow, like these guys are stars. Some of these
Yeah,
guys are stars.
yeah.
You look at Conor McGregor, you look
Right.
at all these professional fighters. So now, when you started MMA, what was the scene back then?
Oh, bro, it would take me a year of
Yeah.
inactivity just to get booked for a fight.
For a fight?
Like the current scene right now, the local scene, these kids that are coming up, they're lucky, bro, because you can pretty much fight every month,
Yeah.
every weekend.
Yeah.
If you just know the right people, you try to reach out to people, you can fight every weekend. But back then, bro, it was so hard to get fights. It was so hard
For
to get fights.
MMA.
For MMA, yeah.
Yeah.
For MMA.
Because it was fairly unique back then, and
Yeah, and it was like, I don't know, 2015.
yeah.
I was like trying to get some MMA fights, couldn't really get them, and then I started getting them, and I got that ball rolling,
Yeah.
So
Of course, in MMA, you're talking about all aspects of martial arts. You're talking about striking, you got grappling, you got
Yeah.
wrestling. So what was the transition like when you started learning about wrestling or grappling? For me, when I started, I was like, oh shit, this is like a different superpower, like
Right.
fucking choking me in like weird positions and shit. So, what was that transition like for you when you started grappling?
it wasn't that crazy because even when I started doing Muay Thai at like 17, 18, I was already doing some jiu-jitsu.
Okay. You're
I was doing
some-
some jiu-jitsu. I had some idea.
Yeah.
But not to knock on my old gym, but we were doing crash courses, bro.
Yeah.
It wasn't really not like what we have now in Vagabond,
So
where
much knowledge.
Dwayne has a lesson plan.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys noticed that, guys in the gym. He has a notebook that he keeps beside him, and that's actually his lesson plan.
Yeah.
For the whole year. He has that all written out. It's all programmed, and you learn the fundamentals. And bro, when you get to the highest level, bro, it's the fundamentals.
Yeah.
that gets you the win.
That's what actually I've noticed when all the Gracies and all these really big jiu-jitsu, establishments or all these athletes, they always say, learn the basics.
Yeah,
The fundamentals
the
are
basics,
really the
of
ones
course.
that really help you grow over time.
The flashy stuff,
Nah, not yet.
I mean, it's cool. If it's there, if the opening is there,
Go
you
for
should
it.
take it.
Yeah.
But what wins like everything and what assures you, I mean, it's combat sports. What assures you like your safety, and what assures you your the win is the fundamentals, bro. The basics. Even just breathing right, bro.
Yeah.
Some people don't even breathe right. Bro.
Are you a mouth breather?
No, come on, dog.
You gotta breathe through
I
the
got a
nose.
nice chin. I got a nice chin. I'm a nose breather, bro.
Because some people they're mouth breathers and some people are nose breathers. So sometimes nose breathers is the ideal way to breathe, right?
Yeah, don't be breathing like that.
You
Breathe
gotta
through your
relax your shoulders,
Yeah, relax your
diaphragm.
shoulders. Breathe into your diaphragm, and
It helps you recover faster. Right?
that is very true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
So going back to your first, so you've done jiu-jitsu a bit, and then when you started, you've waited a year, right? A year.
Yeah,
In
a year
activity for a year?
Yeah, just to get booked
So
for fights.
when you got booked, you were like, oh, okay, like I gotta start fight camp and all that. So what was the first fight camp like for you when doing MMA?
Oh man, it was exhausting, bro, and it kind of built me up to who I am now. Is the stuff I've experienced back then. Because we were doing it was like a mixture of like the old school boxing training where you
Yeah.
have to like run endlessly, you gotta lift weights, you gotta spar, you gotta drill, you gotta bag, you gotta do your grappling drills, you gotta do
Yeah.
your wrestling drills. It was really exhausting, bro, but it was worth it because I won like my first 5, and then I got paired up with Roel Rosario.
Oh shit.
Dude, it was a short notice. Just came off of vacation. They called me while I was on vacation.
Yeah.
You got to fight. You got to come home, bro.
Yeah.
Like you got to fight. I was like, oh shit, let's go. So I go home, right?
But this
And
was
it's like
still
2
amateur,
weeks.
right? Amateur.
Yeah, but I don't know, bro. Like he was fighting way before me.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I was like,
Let's do it.
My confidence was like almost at a delusional level. That I'll fight anyone. I'll beat your ass, son.
I'm the king.
And then get knocked down by a spinning back fist and just like get submitted by guillotine in the first round. I was like, oh,
It was another humbling experience for you.
very humbling.
Yeah.
Very humbling. Very humbling. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh, yeah. Fuck it.
But so you're doing your MMA thing. You've had experience already. You've learned throughout all of your victories and your losses. Now, when was the point where you competed in the One Contender Series? Because I've noticed when I started at Vagabond, dude, started training there, everyone's like, I was with my friend and he was like, oh yeah, that guy, bro. He's a freaking, he competed in one championship and One Contender Series. I was like, oh shit, damn. Like, and I was looking, you were doing the pads, you were hitting the pads, and I was like, shit, look at this guy's freaking skillful with his strikes and all that. So
I try.
yeah. So when was that point when you were competing in the One Contender Series?
Yeah. I got recruited. I mean, here's a funny story. I was fighting in Manila, and during the weigh-ins, we went to the weigh-ins, and apparently on the same venue, they were holding like auditions for the One Warrior series.
Yeah.
And I see these big guys in like black shirts and it says One Championship. I was like, yo, One Championship, like, what are you guys doing here? And they were like, you didn't know? You're holding our auditions. I was like, what? And everyone pre-auditioned online. They already like pre-registered online. I was just the only walk-in.
So what do you mean by audition? Like just They just interview or what is it?
They interview you, you hit pads, you do some grappling, and then that's it. They,
Oh,
they, they,
okay.
they, they find, if they see some potential in you, they'll pick you up.
Mm-mm.
But bro, there's like 40 people here in the venue. I'm weighing in at the next door from the auditions.
Yeah.
So while we were waiting for the weigh-ins, I was like, dude, I should just sign up right now, bro.
Yeah.
I just signed up. And bro, there was 40 people in there. Some people had notebooks of what they were gonna do.
Yeah.
And they had their coaches and all that. Bro, I was dehydrated,
Yeah,
son.
weigh in.
I was weighing in. And so I did my, and dude, I was sleepless because I had to book the cheapest fare to get there, and it was like 3 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
And when you get there, bro, I'm like a zombie in there. I'm just like, I'm hovering through whatever I had to do. And I just told me and my old coach, we were just like, look at these people. They're hitting it so hard. You can never hit that that hard right now. Like you're compromised.
Yeah.
So we just do some flashy stuff. So we did some flashy stuff on the pads, and it caught their eye. Then I got, bro, out of the 40 people, probably 40 people there, only 3 people were recruited,
Ooh.
including me.
Nice one. So,
And they didn't know I was fighting the next day. So when I fought, Rich Franklin and them came to the fights.
ooh, so they watched you fight.
Yeah, they watched me fight, and bro, on paper, my opponent would like he was gonna kill me on paper. So I had to put on the smoke and
Put on a
mirrors.
show.
I just put on the smoke and mirrors and make him feel like, yo, this ain't your show, bro. It's mine, bro. And I was being a goofball in there, dog. I was just dancing around on him, stuff
Hey.
like that. And I got the decision. I got the decision win. And Rich Frankie and them approached me after, and they were like, and this was all part of, they were shooting the whole time.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're picking you up. You know, you get flown to Singapore. I was like, let's go.
Let's go.
I was screaming, yelling, bro. and that's when I got recruited into the One Warrior series, my delusional head was thinking like, this is gonna be a piece of cake. Like, I'm better than all these fools. Like, it's gonna get harder once you get to the top 10,
Yeah.
top 15, top 10. That's when it's gonna get hard, bro. The moment I stepped in there, I soon realized, like, oh my god, everyone here is like me.
Everyone's out to kill each other.
Everyone's trying to get it. Everyone's trying to do something special,
Yeah.
to prove their point, and jump through the ranks, and it's a humbling experience again.
I think
I had the
you-
ups and downs.
that's why
I went
you're-
1 and 2 over there.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think I saw one of your fights in YouTube. I think it was against like a Chinese guy or
No, that's no, because I fought a Thai
I think it
after.
was that I do. But he looked freaking huge.
Yeah, he did. He did. I fought another guy from Baguio.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Team Lakay, but I fought another guy from Baguio. That's my only win there. And I fought the Thai dude. Had literally like the worst camp. But not because I kind of boast around, like, if I had like the worst camps I've had, I've turned out the best performances. But this one, bro, like I barely got anything done in camp. Like literally like almost nothing done in camp. Probably like a few pad sessions, some sparring, some bagging. That was it. There's nothing really like, it wasn't really a proper
Camp.
camp.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro. And that guy was well-rounded. And, bro, this dude had 60 Muay Thai fights over me. I had 9.
What the?
I had 9 at this point, and this dude had 60. So on the striking, and bro, we knocked each other down back and forth, bro. I knocked him down first round. He knocked me down the second. I knocked him down the third. He knocked me down again in the third. And it was like back and forth.
Yeah.
It was back and forth, but he got the win. I was supposed to fight again in the One Warrior series, March of 2020. We were on the way to the airport, and they just called us like, yo, you can't you can't travel no more. And if you do, there might be a chance like you won't be able to go back for the next few months.
Yeah.
So that was canceled, and I had to sit around at home for 2 years doing whatever just to get by. And I was just lucky enough that I had my remote job, and that just kept me alive.
Remote job and just train at the same time.
There was no training, bro, because the gyms were closed. It was
this was
height of
COVID.
pandemic. Yeah.
Oh, this was COVID, my bad. So
No, yeah, March 2020, like when they put in those harsh lockdowns, and I just did whatever. I did push-ups, this shadow boxing.
It's
that's
different.
it. Like it's so different, bro.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah. So now that how long were you staying in Singapore? Like for the One Warrior series?
I would stay like a week at a time. The longest like a week, and the longest probably was 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to know more about Mark, check out on YouTube. He has some videos there, right? I believe Rich Franklin went over with you to your. I think you guys were cooking lechon or something.
Yeah, you go to the One Championship channel and you go to the One Warrior series. I have a couple of episodes there, probably 3, and I get imposter syndrome sometimes, bro. Because One Championship, bro, that's like if you look at it, there's like a couple of tens and millions of like subscribers, right?
Yeah.
And then I have like 3 episodes in there. It's nothing big, it's been a few years ago, but I still get that imposter syndrome. Like, damn.
I know, dude.
Why
It's a big achievement, dude. Being in that position. So we should.
Not enough, Marcus. It's not enough. I want more. I want my piece of the pie, bro. I want my piece of pie. They're the ones getting it. I want it too, bro.
Yeah, that's true. But it's just really good, that you were featured there, and you had a few episodes. It just shows that you have a lot of talent. That's what I mean.
Thank you. But I would disagree in that area. I see a lot of talent, and me, bro, I was a fat kid growing up.
Yeah.
And I was not into sports. And there's a reason why I kind of don't like basketball, because like some of my bullies were like basketball varsity players. So like, hey, bro, I don't care where the ball goes. This like combat sports is where my stuff is at. But I was never athletically gifted. So I had to work for everything that I have right now. So even if people say, "Oh, you're talented" and stuff like that, sometimes the hamburger side of me would be like, "Buyag," but dog, like I had to work for every single aspect, every single attribute that I have right now. I had to work for it because like I wasn't athletically gifted at all.
Yeah. So same as what I think Kobe Bryant said, that talent does not work. I mean, yes, you can have talent, but if it's not with hard work, then you're not gonna achieve a lot. So, Mark puts in the hard work and he has the talent. So look at where he is now. So he's fighting professionally.
I'm barely anywhere.
Nah, dude, come on. Look at where you are now. Got a ERCC fight upcoming.
That should have been years ago.
But
hey,
we're here now. We're here to fight.
Don't drink, kids.
Don't drink. Listen to Mark.
Don't be like Kuya Mark.
Everyone has their own weaknesses. But so let's talk about martial arts, and for those people who want to learn martial arts, because there are so many factors involved when you learn martial arts. Let's say, for example, we have our viewers here who want to learn, let's say, Muay Thai, right? Maybe you can give them some advice on stuff to focus on and when they're starting their journey. Because when I started, I was like, okay, let's just hit the bag, hit the pads and whatnot. Not really mindful with my technique and all that. I was just really hitting the bag, hitting the pads. That's it. And I realize now, like, if I had just focused more on, focusing on my technique and all that, maybe I could have improved a bit more. So maybe you could give some advice to the beginners out there who are starting out in their martial arts journey.
I don't know, man. Like, find a good gym. Find a good gym with good coaches, and don't be an asshole in there.
Yeah.
If you're just walking in through the door with no experience,
don't have an ego.
no training. Yeah, like go in there, listen to your coaches, I mean, you have to find a good coach too, because
That's true.
if you have a good student and you get paired up with a crazy coach,
Yeah.
it's a bad recipe. Like, I mean, it's good for the coach. He has some good students. He knows crazy dude, but find a good coach.
You can
And
complement.
it's easy, bro. It's easier right now because of social media, bro. Like, go to their reviews.
Yeah.
Check out, like, if they're a gym and they're competing, like, see how they're faring against the
Their opponents.
yeah, their opponent, and how they're doing in the competitive space. So, like, find a good coach, listen to him, like, treat your body as a temple, be healthy. You can't go through the training sessions if you're not healthy,
Nah,
you're
bro.
not fit.
Or you're gonna get kicked in the face, or
I know, right? So, stay healthy, stretch, dude. Like, these kids, bro,
Stretch.
they just lift and want to be a meathead. Like, you
Yeah.
can be a meathead too, but, like, you gotta balance it out,
Yeah, because I think having in doing martial arts, you gotta have some sort of mobility and flexibility,
Of course.
right? I mean, because if you're big and strong, like, it doesn't mean that like you have the technique down or you have the power down. Sometimes it really takes mobility and flexibility to open up yourself to different techniques, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, going back, yeah, find a right gym. Look at, and sometimes, like, on social media, like, the gym could seem like really nice, and you go there, you find out, eh. So you could go gym hopping to, like, really find, like, what suits you best, and be objective, bro. Like, you might think like you're the shit because you're training, but like have some, like, look yourself in the mirror sometimes and just really, like, try to see where you are because of your training. How are you faring? Are you constantly improving,
Yeah.
or are you, like, are you plateauing? And that's why, like, I suggest you kids go to Vagabond,
Deftac Vagabond MMA.
go to
We got
Vagabond,
you there.
and bro, here's the thing. Back then, I used to be in another gym, right?
Yeah.
And we were competing gyms with Vagabond.
Yeah.
And even then, Dwayne would invite me to come work with them as opposing gyms. That to me is crazy, bro. And let me pull this up, son, really quick. Let me pull it up. Here we go. Okay.
We should have like a Jamie,
We should have a Jamie.
Next time, Jive, you're gonna have like a so you can search it, ba? And then there's a TV, right? Next time. Let's do that next time.
Bro, check this out. This is the fight I had in Bacolod, right?
Yeah.
Under Empire, the BCD fight night. This is just like a gratitude post to, like, Dwayne
Yeah.
and Coach Mac. But look at this. September 18, 2020, 2017. This is Dwayne's post on
Where are you?
Facebook. I am right there. Look at that, son.
shit.
Like, young, pretty boy. But look at that. Done with Monday, middle of Hell Month. Competition training and helping out Mark Cuizon on his upcoming MMA fight. As Cebuanos, we gotta help each other out. 2017, dog.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
So it's
Opposing teams, and he would invite me to work with them. Because I met Dwayne at the old Def Tac. And, bro, dude, Dwayne was a blue belt, and this guy was the most quiet guy in the class, bro. It's such a night and day difference from how he is in the gym. But yeah, so I've always had a ton of respect for Dwayne, a ton of respect for Prof. Dwayne, and I'm so happy that I'm there putting in work with them. And bro, when we were at the DefTech General Assembly, they surprised him with his black belt. I was crying, bro. I was
Emotional.
like, well deserved.
well deserved, yeah.
And dude, some other people from the other like Def Tech like schools, they were like, look at me, what the hell's wrong with this dude, bro?
They just don't know the journey that.
Yeah, and I've already spent like a couple of years with Dwayne during that time, and we've already had like a long like friendship.
Yeah.
And for me to be working with him and seeing like who he really is, like seeing it every day. Like some days he's he's not as jolly as he usually is. So seeing him and him getting his black belt after like when he started Vagabond, bro, like so many haters. People have told him he was not fit to teach.
Yeah.
By an old coach of his. And dude, like to see him get his black belt, bro, like I was just so happy for him.
Yeah.
So going back, we're talking about gyms and picking out schools. Like from my educated opinion, you go to Vagabond.
Of course. Like especially when I started there, like especially with all my amazing teammates, you got Mark, you got Ryle, everyone else there is really out there to help you and really
for real.
teach you. Sometimes to beat you up and kick you, but it's really a part because
In good faith.
in good faith. Sometimes like it really is a humbling experience, and it's like an ego check, as Joko Willink would say. It really is an ego check for me, and like I think that's what you said. Sometimes you think you're the man, but when you spar with a certain person, you're like, oh shit,
Yeah, bro.
like I can't.
Yo, I joke around there. Even early on, like when I transferred to Vagabond, I would joke because like Dwayne's like smaller than me, right? And he would just run me over sparring session. I would spar with him, bro. Like I'm helpless.
Yeah.
And then I would always joke like after the round, I just got run over by a Prius. He's so efficient.
Yeah.
He's so efficient. But yeah. But when I started there, he was already a brown belt, and he's just given so much like
Given so much
information, insight.
Yeah.
Bro, that guy is the only coach I've ever had, and I've had multiple, bro. He's the only coach that I've had that gave me lifestyle checks.
And
He's like, yeah. And bro, I shouldn't be saying this. This is so bad. Right before Prime, when we competed together, our first time competing together, weeks before the event, right? Dwayne was already telling me, hey, you shouldn't be out partying. Like you're preparing to fight.
Yeah.
And this is your first fight in 2 years. Who knows what kind of ring rust you have? And you're giving it up to chance by, being a knucklehead, partying, stuff like that. Like being an athlete, this is what you want, right? And I'm like, okay.
Well, it's
My stubborn head of mine, this thick skull, bro. I get into an accident at like 5 a.m. in the morning, bro.
Yeah.
And I get detained in a certain like police precinct.
Yeah.
And I was there till like the afternoon, bro. And then Dwayne was hitting me up like, hey, that's uncharacteristic of you to be not showing up in the gym for a few days straight, and not even like saying like why can't you come and stuff like that because you're preparing for a fight. And I was like, I told him the whole thing, what went down, and he was like, see, I've already been telling you this, and look what happened. You never listened. And good thing when it really mattered and the lights were on, I made up for it.
Yeah.
And I got a win.
But
it was a tough one, but I got the win regardless.
When we talk about our coaches, it's just really evidence that, if you do have a good coach, if you do have a good team,
For real.
everyone is out there to look for you for your own benefit.
For real.
Whether you're competing or not, if you're, if you're part of the family, if you're part of the team, everyone is looking out for each other.
For real.
Right. So again, you have your look for a good coach, look for a good team, look for a good gym. Health, number 2.
Health. And also, like, there's only so much like a gym can give.
Yeah.
You've got to be, if you're a true student, learning doesn't stop like when you're out of class. Even at home, while you're walking the dog, whatever, you can always learn.
Yeah.
You can always learn because there's so much
Podcast.
podcast, bro. That's why I don't read, son, because
Yeah.
like reading is so slow, bro. Like I put on an audiobook or put on some podcast, and I could like clean, I can cook, I could do some work, I
Yeah.
could be on the jog.
So, there's so much avenues right now for knowledge. And I think what you're trying to say is, outside of the training or outside of the gym, you should also put yourself out there and, really initiate and learn from different sources in terms
Right,
of
right.
martial arts, health, and, strength and conditioning and whatnot.
Right.
Okay, so now we have that again: gym, coach, teammates. You have your health, nutrition, and again, learn from outside
Yeah.
sources.
Right. You can learn from everything, bro.
Learn from
Like,
anything.
You can learn from. You could be doing boxing and learn from like I don't know dancing.
Yeah, because really, I noticed martial arts is really a movement thing,
Yeah.
right? Like if you look at
So many parallels everywhere, bro.
Vasily Lomachenko, who's a freaking champion in boxing from Ukraine, right?
Started boxing at 5. His dad pulled him out of boxing
Yeah.
at 13 to do
Ukrainian
like traditional dance for like a couple of 4 years or something crazy
Yeah.
like that. Never don't box. Just dance.
learn. So
And now has one of the best footwork, best positioning.
Yeah.
It's not even just the footwork, bro. It's the positioning.
yeah,
If you really study like Vasily Lomachenko, bro, like it's the positioning of the feet. In jiu-jitsu, they always say right, like position before submission.
yeah,
And it's the same in the striking arts. It's just it's just a little faster.
Yeah.
You can't hold down a position. You have to like create it and then go away. Like
Yeah.
be out of your be out of range.
yeah. So yeah, like look at Lomachenko, dancer, and then now his footwork is crazy. So really, like learning martial arts or doing martial arts, like if you really had, I've noticed and I've learned this from Coach Firas Zahabi, who's a coach of GSP. He mentioned kids who do sports when they're young, when they do a lot of sports, let's say they do football, they do basketball and whatnot, learning different movements. When they transition to doing a martial art, they find that it's very easy for the
Right.
kid or the person to adapt to these certain types of
Right.
movements. Yeah.
There's this Eddie Bravo used to talk about like I think it's the Martinez brothers. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but they started out as break dancers.
Yeah.
And when they entered the 10th Planet like school, and 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, they're doing all this crazy stuff
Yeah.
and all this like, and Eddie Bravo has been raving about them because they're break dancers and they have so much control of their body,
Yeah.
and that's why they're learning techniques like so fast, and they're improving like faster than everyone in their class. So like, yeah, bro, I wish I had some sports or
Yeah.
whatever growing up, but hey,
Well, yeah,
we're
it's
here
fine.
now.
It's fine. We're here now. Yeah.
That's the most important thing. We alive.
For the viewers out there, like I wanted to ask you, like, how can the viewers benefit from learning martial arts? Because everyone has their own reasons, right? Some
Right.
people want to learn, like for you, because you were getting bullied a lot in the past. Some people they just want to do it as a sport. But I think there's really a deeper meaning or a deeper, there's a deeper meaning when it comes to learning the martial arts. So for you, what is that?
I've learned this especially in jiu-jitsu that you can build like resiliency from just doing the martial art
Yeah.
because jiu-jitsu classes are so rough, bro. They're
Rough.
so hard.
I mean,
Like-
it's very rough, but I can only imagine for someone who has really no experience.
No
in,
experience.
like getting, pinned down to the ground. And,
Yeah, someone mounting you and putting their
so-
weight on you, bro. Like for some people, you're gonna feel like they're about to die.
Yeah.
But yeah, ever since like I've started learning jiu-jitsu and being serious at it, I've learned like nothing. Like, bro, after a jiu-jitsu class, I get into like some tough situations like outside. If I wasn't doing martial arts, that would like be so stressful to me. But
Yeah.
because I've been doing jiu-jitsu, like those like those small little problems, bro, they don't mean nothing to me, man. Just like you build the resiliency, and the kind of like the problem, not really the
Problem solving.
maybe the problem solving. I don't know how to articulate it right now, but you encounter a situation and you know like, oh, this is nothing. I could get through this. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've gone
I've
through,
gone through much
way
worse,
worse
way worse.
in the gym.
Yeah.
So like, a small inconvenience, you could be like, oh, whatever, dude.
Yeah. Or like also, yeah. So yes, you build resilience through martial arts. Also, it really is a humbling thing. Like,
Right.
it really makes you a humble
Right.
person because
And it makes you super aware, bro.
super aware.
I'm so hyper aware. Like, I go to places, I'm immediately scanning. There's like stuff that's happening here. I'm facing this way, but something's
know.
happening. I know. And if something falls, or like I'm like,
I think that's because of the the experiences you had, especially doing striking arts. People
the
are
reflexes,
punching,
yeah, bro. Yeah,
punching you in the face. So
not
yeah,
once, multiple times.
multiple times, and
Not giving
kicks.
you a
So
chance. Yeah.
you have to be aware. So I think when you're doing martial arts, your brain is really switching to like super hyper aware state. So that's really the one of the benefits of martial arts. What about self defense, bro? Like, have you noticed? Has it been a big difference, or has it improved in terms of self defense? Or because a lot of people do martial arts for self defense, or they were put in situations where they were helpless.
Yeah.
So people tend to say, yeah, do martial arts.
Yeah. But hey, bro, I can't speak for everyone because like ever since I started training, I've been I've been avoiding fights, and fights have been avoiding me.
Because
But you have that confidence though that
that's true.
some stuff that goes down,
You're like,
you're in the club and like people are fighting,
You're like,
and I'm like even like, some people want to join in,
yeah,
and most likely those people who want to join in, they know nothing about fighting.
yeah.
Me, I'm there to see people like fight. I'm like, oh my god, the technique's so bad. Oh my god, like I'm not even gonna be. And to me, it's pointless now to be getting into fights like outside the cage.
That's
Just
true.
one, I might lose my license.
Yeah,
Another is like,
might go
dude,
to prison or something.
yeah, you can go to prison easy, bro.
Sued
You can
and
punch someone and
get-
they hit their head on the
and
pavement
die.
and die, and you go to jail.
See, so
That sucks. But also another thing, bro, from martial arts, like as a true student and as a true like you get that warrior spirit, right? If I see someone trying to pick a fight with me, bro, I treat that person with disdain because, dude, you suck.
you don't know what you're getting into.
Yeah, you suck. I don't blush at the chance to fight you
Yeah,
because we're light years away.
yeah.
If someone was so formidable, someone was so good, and I had the opportunity to test my skills against this guy, I am going for it. I blush at it
Yeah.
because the warrior spirit, like you don't wanna fight someone who's like lesser than you, dude. You want to fight someone better than you.
Yeah.
Test your skills, see where you're at.
And like I've also noticed this, a lot of great martial artists or athletes, they really say the difference between the cage or the ring is there are rules. There is a referee there to watch over the fight, and there are certain rules, right? Unlike in a street fight or where in a bar, there are no rules.
No rules.
So anything
foreign
can
objects,
happen.
yeah.
Someone can throw a bottle at your head or whatever. So
That's the least of your worries, bro.
yeah, so really stay away, and because people tend to think that as we're martial artists, we're gonna go and help them. Well, we can, but it kind of depends on the situation. But
Yeah.
best thing to do is avoid it, guys.
If you have
And
like a female friend and
then,
she's
yeah,
being,
of course,
she's being put in a
harassed
situation,
or-
harassed, yeah.
of course, you gotta stand up.
If you have like a wimpy friend, a male friend who's wimpy,
And who has a freaking huge ego?
and I don't know, he gets into a fight. I mean, I don't know, bro, but it depends who starts the fight, though.
That's
But
true,
that's
yeah.
just-
That's true. But yeah, best thing, guys, is to avoid all these situations.
yeah, I know. When I was doing boxing, right? Because I was really trying to improve my hands.
Yeah.
So I was doing boxing, and I went to I was jumping around like different boxing stables and stuff like that. There's this funny story about this dude who's a phenom. Like 16 knockouts or something
Yeah.
like that, one loss, like 16 wins all by knockout.
Yeah.
And bro, they're drinking, right, and a fight breaks out, he's the first one to run. Yeah, bro. Because you don't see the point.
Yeah,
you don't see
you
the
don't see the
point.
point,
You don't see the point in fighting. Like, oh my god, bro.
It's
People who
pointless.
always picks fights in bars and or wherever public place, like, dude, like, it's most likely the person who doesn't know how to fight.
Yeah.
And the
And
coolest people you'd see,
are
like,
the most chill.
yeah, the most chill. They're probably the killers, bro. Because
Yeah. Yep.
you might see someone in a confrontational situation, and the coolest guy will be like so relaxed. The other dude's like so riled up, like, oh yeah, who's fight right now? And then you see the dude like really chill there, and he's just not even minding it. You see the cauliflower, and
Oh,
you'll be like,
shit.
oh,
Oh,
shit,
shit.
bro.
Don't mess with that guy.
Don't mess with that guy.
Yeah, but that's really true, dude. Like, just stay away from those, man. And I think martial arts teaches you that, that the world can be a brutal place. Violence
Yeah,
is brutal,
yeah.
and
You have
mar-
controlled violence in the ring already.
Yeah, so it really humbles you and really makes you aware of all these situations. So yeah. So now that we talked about, we gave tips to the beginners, the benefits of martial arts. Um, what about for the females out there? Like, I noticed some females are doing jiu-jitsu. I noticed there are a lot of females who are really also good at the sport. So, do you think over time, do you think women should also try out, martial arts?
Of course, bro. If I had daughters,
For sure.
when I have daughters,
Oh,
mandatory jujitsu until purple belt.
that's true. Even for me,
Because
dude, like,
not only will you rape proof them,
yeah,
you will give them the confidence, and you equip them with the tools to navigate this. Like, this is a cruel world, bro.
It's a cruel world.
cruel world, and you got if you love someone, you just gotta, like, you can't be there for them all the time.
Yeah.
So you better equip them with the tools that they can use to, so they can live life like comfortably.
Comfortable.
Yeah, you can't be like so.
ignorant.
Yeah, you can't be so ignorant, and you can't be so afraid to live life that you don't wanna step out the door because you don't know what's there.
Yeah,
You gotta equip yourself and your loved ones with the tools so they can navigate through life, and it's all its cruelty, and with a sense of, like, I don't know, with a sense of, like, comfort or relief. Like, you don't have to worry about stuff because you're
Yeah.
confident in your skills.
yep,
And like we were talking about earlier, bro, like, if you practice jiu-jitsu, dude, like, the most slightest inconvenience, dude, wouldn't be an inconvenience in the first place, because
Yep.
like, you've gone through like hell in the mats, on the mats. And so, like, you wouldn't be as stressed as like someone who hasn't experienced that. So if I have daughters, when I have daughters, mandatory jiu-jitsu
Mandatory.
until purple belt. I don't care if when you get your purple belt you don't show
Do
up to
it
class
anymore.
no more.
At least you have the
You have the skills,
The skills.
and you have the mental preparedness.
Yep.
So yeah, female martial, bro, all walks of life,
All walks of life.
all walks of life.
So, yes, we talked about finding your own gym, finding the right coach, learning the techniques, the basic techniques. We talked about how to start, but what do you think what are the things you've noticed for some beginners or some practitioners who started where they're doing they have a bit of ego or what, like sometimes, what are the mistakes you've noticed as those who are starting out as practitioners? Maybe you can point that out to them.
Like, I don't know, because it's hard. Some people just don't have the bandwidth
Yeah,
or the RAM to, like,
process it.
yeah, process like techniques and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Like, some of the mistakes, like not listening to the coaches,
Yeah,
and I might sound like a hypocrite for that.
Yeah.
But I do listen when the techniques are being shown.
yeah,
I'm all ears when techniques are shown. but yeah, trying to do the techniques right. You're just not doing it because you have to do it. Like you have to do it with the intent. Like, hey, I'm trying to learn this. I'm trying to be better in this, and learn the skills. Do the drills. If you're asked to spar, you spar. If you're not asked to spar, but you want to spar, you have to open your mouth, dude, and say, "Hey,
Yeah, can I try it out?
Can I
or
try it
something?
out?" You'll soon realize in your first sparring if you like it or not, bro.
Do it or not.
You'll realize like soon enough.
Yep.
But yeah, that learning techniques, some of the mistakes, bro. Stretching, bro.
You see, stretching is
Stretching
really-
your mobility, because sometimes yeah, it's cool to hit pads, yeah, it's cool to spar, but stretching after the session, especially after the session, bro, like stretching, it's not as sexy as like hitting the pads or like shadow boxing.
It feels so boring, dude.
It's so boring, but it's so important.
Yeah.
It's so important. Like, one, you recover better, you're less sore,
And you feel like
and
mobile.
Your mobility, bro. Like, if you're a meathead who does like 1,000 curls, you get that you don't have that muscle equilibrium no more, because you're overdeveloped. This muscle is constantly contracting. The opposite muscle is constantly stretching, and then you already have a muscle imbalance.
Yeah.
And you gotta just, that also too, that actually brought me to another point, like balancing out the muscles, because you can have you might have a favorite exercise, but that might create an imbalance in your body. So if you're going to be doing push-ups, bro, you got to counter that with like some pull-ups, or like some rows or something like that.
Yeah.
If you're going to be doing your squats, especially bro, I see a lot of people, bro. I mean, I'm not a PT.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people like heavy squats. That's it.
And because they think generally if you do lift heavier squats, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will translate into the martial arts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But like heavy squats, bro, especially if you're doing a lot of squats, you gotta balance it out with, like, I don't know, hip bridges or running for your hamstrings.
Yep,
your
everything,
calves,
dude, everything.
Glutes. I mean, you are getting that glutes when you're doing the squats, but you gotta try to a counter exercise just to balance stuff out, because you don't want to be like the guy with really big chest, big pecs, but your back is like flat.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want that.
Yeah.
You see gymnastic people, bro. Yeah, their pec muscles aren't as developed, but you see their backs, they have huge backs, huge biceps, huge forearms. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, see a lot of the mistakes I've seen. Not paying attention when techniques are being shown.
Having an ego.
That's also one thing. That could be good depending how you use it. It's just another tool.
It's just another tool.
Not stretching, not drinking water.
Yep, hydrate, bro.
Yeah, hydrate.
Gotta hydrate.
And especially if you notice that you sweat more than everyone else in the gym, like, water's not gonna cut it. You need some electrolytes in there, bro.
Yeah.
I started getting this
Pocari
effervescent. They're like tablets, right? They're like Barocca, but they're like
more electrolytes.
ton of magnesium, ton of potassium, sodium. So you just put it in your water bottle and
Mix it up.
Yeah, it does the whole bubbly thing. It tastes like soda, actually, especially if it's really cold. It's really good.
Because I think, because I really believe, like doing MMA or any other type of martial art is really it's really a hardcore sport, and it really demands a lot on your body. So you really also gotta be eating the right food, and again, hydrate as much as you can.
Yeah, and sleep.
So recover.
I might sound like a hypocrite because I haven't been getting the best sleep recently, but hey, man, I'm doing what I can.
Yeah, it's like, I think Khabib said that, like, whenever he said in his Russian accent, I don't know how to say it, but in his Dagestani accent, he said, like, everyone's doing massage, everyone's doing the ice bath and all that, but his main recovery thing is just sleep.
Yeah, bro.
8 hours, just sleep. Let
I
the muscles.
dream of that luxury, like 18 hours of sleep a day,
Yep.
every day.
Damn.
I dream of it, bro. Like
Yeah.
I hunger for it.
So sleep is really good.
I love sleep.
Yeah. So before we end this episode, maybe you can give out tell the viewers, your social media tags, Instagram, your Facebook, and
Hey, follow your boy Mark Cuizon on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's at Mark Cuizon MMA, MarkCuizon MMA on Instagram,
yeah, everywhere,
Facebook,
all social media
YouTube,
platforms.
Twitter, your face, my face,
MySpace. But yeah, so again, if you guys check out
Snapchat too.
Snapchat
That's where
for some
all
private
the-
stuff.
yeah, that's where all the crazy stuff happens.
So, follow Mark Cuizon. Maybe next time, I think, dude, I think we just had a short amount of time because, whenever we converse at the gym, our conversations are like, freaking, we can talk about anything. So
Right, for real.
maybe next time we
probably
can
talk for hours.
maybe next
talk for
time we can
days.
do like another episode where we just, like MMA talk or something.
Yeah, bro. Of
Next
course.
time,
we can even
time.
have like a fight companion or something like
Yeah,
that.
let's do another episode with Mark. We're gonna do another episode with Mark, maybe MMA talk, and just talk a bit more longer about the MMA scene and the
So much to talk about.
so much to talk about, guys. And right now we're just fairly time limited, but next time, guys, we're gonna do another episode with Mark Cuizon, the Honey Badger. So,
Congratulations
thank you, sir.
numerous
Good luck to your
episodes.
fight, and
Appreciate it, my
of course,
dog.
hopefully, I'm rooting for you. Of course, we're rooting for Def Tak Vagabond to win this fight. When is it? August
8th.
8th. But I
I still have Hell Week next week. So.
Hell Week next week. This this podcast, I think is gonna be aired after. So let's see, what the results are
I'll
gonna
take
be.
the congratulations as early as now.
So we're gonna talk about maybe on the next episode where we can talk about the fight and how it happened and everything in between. So again, thank you so much, brother, for
Thank you for
coming.
having me, man.
Guys, stay tuned for another episode, and next episode, me and Mark will have an MMA talk. So thank you, guys, and see you on the next one.